Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to sublimate on these Hobby Lobby glass cutting boards. First I'm going to show you how to adjust and print your design. We have to use 8.5 by 14 paper for this because the 8.5 by 11 paper will be too small. So make sure you have 8.5 by 14 paper. And I'll show you how to print this and adjust this design in a video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to adjust, resize, and print your sublimation design for a cutting board. The program I like to use is Affinity by Canva. It is available for PC and for Mac. So if you don't have this, go ahead and download it and then open it up and continue on. I will put the link in the description, or you can just do a search for Affinity by Canva. Like I said, it is a free program and it's perfect for printing and using for sublimation. Okay, so once you have it downloaded and open, you should see this screen right here. Come down here to Legal. If you don't see this screen, say it's not on here, just come up here to File and New, and it'll appear. And if you don't see this screen, you click on the plus and it'll appear. Okay, come down here to Legal, click on that. Come over here to Transparent Background, click on that. Create Document. Now we have a workspace for our sublimation design. We need to place our sublimation design into this workspace. Come up here to Layout. We're going to use the Layout Studio. Click on that. Then look over here on this left column. You should see a Place tool. If you do not see the Place tool, I will show you how to get it. Come down here to the three little dots. Click on those. And I'll drag mine back over it. Under Vector, you should see an icon that says Place tool. Left click on it and drag it over, let go, and place it right there in that column. Click Close. Now we can place our design onto our work area. Click on the Place tool, find your design, double click on it, wait for the little down arrow to show, then click on your workspace. Now if the design you bring in is too big, just look for these blue lines, get in one of the corners, left click on it, and drag it down so it fits into the workspace. That's all you have to do. So we need to resize this design for our cutting board. That's the first thing we're going to do, is resize the design. Now you can see I'm scrolling in and out with my mouse, which is a lot easier to do than, I'll show you the other way to do it. To be able to do that, you're going to come to Edit, click on Settings, go to Tools, and use mouse wheel to zoom, and then check that. Click on that little selection right there, close. Now you can use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Another way to do that, if you don't have a mouse wheel, come over here and click on Navigator, and you can zoom in and out using this bar right here. And you can also move your design around with your mouse, left clicking and moving it around like this. Not your design, but the whole work area. Another way to move the work area is like this and like this. Or press the space bar, you get a little grab hand, and you can drag it around like that. So there's several different ways to manipulate your work area. Like I said, I like to use my mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Okay, so we're going to resize this design to fit on our cutting board. Click on Transform and look down here, and you should have a W and an H. Now, if for some reason yours is not in inches, I'm just trying to cover all the bases right here. We want to be using inches. Click on your document, anywhere on this white document right here. Come to Document Setup. Look up here where it says Document Units. If yours is in anything but that, some designs you bring in will be different than inches, but select inches. We don't want to use pixels or millimeters. Just click on inches. Hit OK. So down here in the click on your design, and then down here we can change the size of it. So we want the cutting board area is 11.2 by 7.87, and that's what it says on the box. We want to make our design a little bit larger so it's easier to place onto the cutting board. So we're going to make it 11.5 by 8. So come over here where it says W, double click on that. Our width needs to be 11.5. And then our height needs to be 8. And then we can left click and drag it to the center. Or you, like I said, you can use center horizontally and vertically. And we're going to move our workspace down so we can get to it. Okay, so now we have sized it the right size for our cutting board. Now let's fix these colors, because obviously they don't look good at all. Most of the time when you download a design from Etsy, the colors will pretty much suck. So we're going to adjust those to make it look a lot nicer, and I'm going to show you how to do that with Affinity. First thing you need to do is come up here to this area, and you may not have this quick adjustments right here. If you don't have it, just click on that little down arrow, go to panels. It's alphabetical order, so go down to quick adjustments. Once you see that quick adjustments, just toggle it on and it'll appear up here. Close. Now you have it. Click on quick adjustments, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to use all these auto levels. Click on auto level, click on auto levels, click on auto contrast, click on auto colors, and click on auto white balance. Now that has already greatly improved our design colors. Now, one other thing I like to do is click on this little adjustments icon right here. Click on that, go to vibrance, and we're going to drag our vibrance to 40. And I do this for all my sublimation designs, and saturation to 10. Now it looks so much better. Let's do a quick comparison. I'm going to just drag this over here to the left. And I'm going to place the original design so we can do a comparison. All right, as you can see, the colors are much, much better. The blues are bluer, the reds are redder, everything's a lot nicer. So that's why we need to adjust colors. Let me get rid of that, recenter this, excuse me. Okay, now we have exactly what we need to print. So let's say you don't want to do this all over again. You want to save this PNG for future reference, to sell it, to give it to a friend, whatever. First thing you need to do is select your design by clicking on it, and then you should see the little lines around the edges and the little dots in the corners. Come over here to File, Export, Export again. Make sure you are on PNG, the very first setting right here. Come over here, change this area from whole document to selection area. And then export it, and then save it to wherever and whatever name you want to save to, and you just save that as a PNG. Now let's say you go to save this and you forget to click your design. Come over here, File, Export, Export. It will not let you click selection area only. That's why you need to click on your design. If you click save it as a whole document right now, it's going to save your design plus this other area behind it. That's why you want to click on your design, make sure it's highlighted, and then come down and export it. And then click selection area. If you don't, like I said, if you don't see that selection area option, it's because you haven't clicked on your design. Okay, so now you've saved that as a PNG. We are ready to print it. Obviously, your printer doesn't print in this direction. It prints in portrait. So that's an easy fix. We're going to click on the work area, this section right here, come up to document setup and click on portrait. Okay, now that just turned our work area into the direction it should be. Now we need to rotate our design to match, which is easy to do. We just click on the design. We'll come up here to this toolbar and you should have a counterclockwise and a rotate clockwise. If you don't, I'll show you how to get those. Click off your design. This will be grayed out. Right click on it. Go to Customize Toolbar. Come down here to your Transform Settings. When you find that, you'll left click on it and drag it up, let go, place it up there. I already have it, so I don't need to do that, and then close. So then when you do click on your design, you'll see it up here, and we're going to rotate it. You can rotate it either clockwise or counterclockwise. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to rotate it counterclockwise. It should automatically center. Now we are ready to print, but before we do that, to save the hassle of doing this all over again, you are going to click File and Save, and then save this, whatever you want to save it as. It's going to save it as an Affinity file. So next time, you don't have to do all this rotating and all that. Let's say you want to print out another one of these. Let me get this gone. You'll just go to File, Open, and then find that design you just saved. It's going to be an Affinity file right here. Double click on it and it'll bring it right in, and then you'll be ready to print without doing any other work. So now we're going to print this. You don't have to select the design to print it this time. You're just going to go to File, Print, and then you will select your printer right here. If you have several printers or just one printer, this is my printer right here for sublimation. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go to Properties, and I want to make sure that these settings are right to print on 8.5 by 14 paper. So we're going to change our settings to legal, which is 8.5 by 14. And this particular printer, I have this option for paper type and quality. If you don't have this, select whatever paper type you use to print your sublimation designs. And then you want to make sure that you have this document size 8.5 by 14. Go to More Options. And now uncheck the mirror image. We do not mirror the image for a cutting board. And then as far as mine goes, for my color correction, I use Custom, Advanced, ICM. I found that Affinity Designer, this is the best setting for your color correction. Okay, so now we have all our settings right. Click OK, and we are ready to print. And you can see right here, this is our 8.5 by 14 paper with our design centered in the center of it. You do not need to change any of these settings. Just click OK. I don't want to print another one. I've already printed it. And you are printing it. And that's all there is to it. Okay, we'll continue with the rest of the video from here. So these cutting boards are from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to take this design and sublimate on it. So the first thing we need to do is print the design like I showed you. And let's take a look at the cutting board here. If you look, you'll see one side is glass, the other side is for sublimation. So we're going to take our design, which I've already printed, and just set it down like this. Take your cutting board, flip it over. Probably got fingerprints on it. So you can clean it up with some alcohol, but I don't have any down here. And just place it on here like this, just so the outline of the design is a little bit bigger And it's nice and square. We probably could have brought the edges in a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Just like that. That way it's nice and square all the way around. And once you have that, take some heat tape and secure it into place. Just like that. That way it doesn't move around on us. Now remember, I did not mirror this image. You do not mirror images when you're putting them on cutting boards. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is press this. Okay, so we got the heat press out. We got it heated up. We're following the instructions on the back of the box. It says for best results, temperature 392, time 100 seconds, and pressure light to medium. So we got that dialed into our heat press here. I also went ahead and reprinted this design. I didn't want the design sticking so much out over the edges. I'll make sure I make that correction in the setup video. So we're going to put some butcher paper down. We don't want any outgassing on our pad here. We're going to take our sublimation design and we want to put it this design down, glass up, because we want to heat the glass before we heat the sublimation design. Then we're going to take and put another piece of butcher paper on top, put it in there, and start for 100 seconds. We'll go ahead and wait for this to get done and see what it looks like. All right, we have like 10 seconds left. I went ahead and put some gloves on. It's going to be very hot, so make sure you got some gloves. All right, let's take a look and see what it looks like. Take this out. There's what it looks like through the glass. Let's hope it's sublimated like that. It looks like it's a little light in these corners right here. See that? Light in these corners. So I'm going to turn it upside down. And I'm going to press it for some more time. Maybe it's better if it's on top, the paper's on top. It doesn't say in the instructions. We're going to just give it about 20-30 seconds and see what it does. Because it says on here, heat time and temperature may vary by machine, so it's kind of like you gotta experiment with your whatever type of machine you have. But I didn't want to take that off. I could already tell in those corners it was too light. It doesn't hurt to have too much heat and not enough. But you don't want it like way too much heat. It's kind of like an experimental thing. This is the first one that I've done. That's a good thing about not taking it off the design until you look at it. All right, so we've let it run another 40 seconds. Let's see what that looks like. Take it out of here. I'll turn it back over. Oh, that looks much better, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a little bit on this corner and this right down on the edge. But, like I said, it's going to vary. Okay, let's peel this off. I don't think I really want to bother with just that little bit of fading on the edges right there. I mean, I could have probably put it in for more time. Took that off. That came right off. Real easy.
It's very hot.
It's very hot, yes. We could let this cool down, but for videoing purposes, whoo, that is hot. Mm-hmm. I can feel it through my gloves. Get off of me, tape. Got one more piece right here. Yeah, I can't get it with the gloves on. Anyway, this is what it's going to look like with our color correction. Nice dark background, nice red. And like I said, the thing you have to do is just get your heat and time dialed in, and you can put it back in there and put more heat to it if it doesn't look right, as long as you don't take the paper off. But that's how you sublimate a Hobby Lobby cutting board, glass cutting board. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped you with your Christmas cutting board here. And please like and subscribe. I have other videos. It's been a while since I made a sublimation video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.